See. This is Skunkworks.
All right, and we are sitting here with Dan Skye, the chief editor of High Times Magazine. Did I get that right, Mr. Skye?
It's actually editorial director, but what's the difference?
Oh, hey, we want to get the titles right, so it's editorial director. How are you today, sir?
I'm great. I'm doing good. Glad to be on the air with you.
Excellent. We're glad to have you. As you may or may not have heard, we just had Iron Laboratories on, who's a big supporter of the show, and of course we're a big supporter of them because we believe in what they're doing. We heard that they are the laboratories, the head laboratory that will be involved with the Michigan Medical Cup that's coming, that High Times is bringing to Clio, Michigan.
That's right. We depend on labs like that to make sure that our judging is absolutely perfect. And we've great things about Iron Labs, and we can't believe this is happening in 2 weeks. That we haven't been back to Michigan for 3 years, and it's just going to be it's really going to be an event. So we're really looking forward to it.
It really is going to be an event. People are very excited. The buzz just is getting stronger and stronger, it seems, every week. And,
sure.
You haven't been here in 3 years. So I want to say, from the show's point of view and just from people that I talk to on the street, people really appreciate the fact that you chose to come back to Michigan.
Oh, absolutely. Especially Flint, Genesee County, definitely.
Well, yeah. Well, I'll tell you. Well, listen, I love coming back to Flint because that's where I was born. I'm from Michigan, so I'm thrilled to come back to Michigan. The thing that people, I had a couple people ask me why are you doing this? Some people said that that High Times is just showing up to make money, and I said, well, yeah, absolutely, we are. But people don't understand that events like these help High Times stay in business. The publishing industry is not what it used to be. We're still doing great magazine-wise, but we need these events, and we need our internet, our website, to really, really crunch things. So we're hyping the industry. It's a real trade show, and we're trying to lay a foundation so Michigan's economy can improve, and all other states can take notice of what's going on.
Hey, Dan, we're going to go to break real quick. Stick with us, and we'll pick you up in just 2 minutes. All right, we are back with Dan Skye, the editorial director of High Times Magazine. Sorry about that, Dan. We do have to pay some bills once in a while, so we had to take a break there. Is there anything that people should know before they come out to the event?
Well, I don't know. I think everybody's pretty familiar with the whole issue of marijuana at this point. I don't think anybody's showing up, just to try marijuana, but just see what it's like. The main thing, we want everybody to come out and have a good time. I mean, we're having a Wycliffe Jeans on there on Saturday night, and it's 2 days of, weed celebration. And people have a great time. And more than that, it's a place for people to network and find out about the industry, find out about other businesses, and that's what a trade show is all about. So we always try to emphasize this. This is basically a business-to-business kind of event that invites the consumers. And I think everybody's going to be very, very happy with the weekend. And really, they'll have a lot of optimism for the marijuana scene afterwards.
Absolutely. I have to say, I was at your event in Denver, Colorado, 2013, the first ever Cannabis Cup held in the U.S. And let me tell you, that was impressive.
Oh, my God. It was something. Last year this year we had 40,000 people show up. It was just, it's like a baseball game. You got to have that many people there. It's really something. And, we're getting tremendous support from every community. And people are seeing what's happening in Colorado, how much money is being brought in through taxes, and Michigan should get wise and start doing the same thing. And it's going to happen soon, before 2020, I guarantee it.
Absolutely. You guys have been doing this a long time over at High Times. I was a youth looking at that magazine, and now I feel like I'm an old man. So you guys have been, in the forefront, and you've helped this movement move right along and become, the norm. Pot used to have a stigma to it, or cannabis, and that seems to be going away awful fast.
Well, that's true, especially in northern, in California, where they've had medical marijuana since 1996, and of course, New York just passed a very, very poor law 18 years later. It's just amazing what's going on in this country. But I'll tell you, in California, they already have mainstreamed the medicine. People think of marijuana as the same way they think of ginseng or St. John's wort, something like that. It's that normal. So that's what we're looking for, to have this medicine mainstreamed for everyone.
Excellent. Would you be willing to take a couple calls? We got some people
sure.
on the line that would love to talk with you, so we'll open up the phone lines. Who do we have on the phone right now? Who's with us? Hello, you're on live.
Hi, I'm Liz. How are you? Hi, Dan.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. I've been reading your magazine for years now, and there's always been this question in the back of my mind. Has there ever been any legal problems with the subject matter in your magazine?
I'm sorry, I missed that last part of your question. A little bit hard to hear.
I'm sorry?
Okay, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that last part of the question, or somebody help me out here?
The question is you've been with the High Times magazine for a long, long time. Has there ever been any legal issues with the magazine because of content?
You know, that it's always been an end around on the part of the government. They tried to come after us back in the early 90s with a campaign called Green Merchant, where they went after hydroponic companies. They didn't go after the companies themselves. They went after the consumers. They subpoenaed UPS records to find out who was ordering hydroponic equipment. So that was really attempt on their part to shut us down. Then, in 2003, 2004, they thought they had us with the glass crackdown when Tommy Chong went to jail, and about 53 people were busted in that. And that took a dent. Our advertising took a big dent then, but we're back stronger than ever. We have 162 pages. The fact is, if the government were to come after us in any kind of substantive way, where they object to our subject matter, boy, oh boy, what a field day for us. I'm sure that we would become a international story about the government trying to shut down freedom of the press. So we've never really been worried about that. I mean, this is America still. I mean, we can publish what we want here still. So
Absolutely.
Good.
I second that one for sure.
Excellent. I believe we have another caller. Caller, you're on the line with Dan Skye, editorial director of High Times magazine.
Hi, Dan. My name is Jennifer. I'm a longtime fan of your magazine, and I've always wondered who in your career has surprised
folks,
you
I can't even hear this caller, so if you can just relay the question to me.
Yes. What Jennifer was asking, she wanted to know, in your career, which interview have you had that surprised you the most or was the most interesting when you were doing it?
Geez, I tell you, I've done so many different interviews. Boy, that's a real hard one. But I think one of the funniest one was Penn Jillete, because he doesn't smoke pot at all. And so, he said he always finds it fascinating that people find it that the most interesting thing about him is the fact that he doesn't do any drugs whatsoever. He goes, I have a pretty long career here. I've reached a pretty high status in the magic world. But people are still most interested in the fact that I don't smoke pot. So that was kind of he had a good point there. And I remember he posed with a picture with his eye, holding his eyes open to show that there's no red in there. So he was a lot of fun. And Woody Harrelson, his first time around, I interviewed him twice for the magazine. I remember the first time he was on this no vices kick. He didn't want to do any pot, any coffee, any caffeine, or anything like that. So he was saying some stuff about pot. Let me tell you, I can say it now, 20 years later, that that really weren't all that favorable. That he was going through this thing where he wanted no vices, and I had to really edit the interview, pretty heavily. But I still have it on tape. So if he ever crosses me, I'm going to get that guy.
It's always nice to have a little weapon in the bag, isn't it?
You bet.
Excellent. Dan, if there's anything else you'd like to say, we're going to afford you that opportunity right now.
Well, this is our 40th year. Everybody, can check out hightimes.com. The anniversary issue is coming up. But we want everybody to come out to the event on July 26th, 27th in Clio. Once again, cannabiscup.com. You can find all the information you need, all the seminars. We have a great Michigan activists who are going to be on our seminar schedule. Of course, Wycliffe Jean's playing on Saturday night, and on Sunday night, the Cannabis Cup Awards. So that's cannabiscup.com for everybody. Check it out, and we hope to see you there.
Excellent. So cannabiscup.com is the spot. If you need to know anything, you want to buy tickets, that's your spot. We will also have a link from the Skunkworks Show website back to your site, so we'll hopefully send some people your way. we appreciate so much that you took the time to talk with us today. And
my pleasure.
We look really forward to seeing you in 2 weeks.
Okay, man. I can't wait to see Skunk Works there.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time. You have a great day.
All righty. Take care of yourself.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, that was excellent. What a trooper. That guy is so cool.
You know, I want his job. That's what I'm working towards. No, definitely, he's a mentor, though, absolutely, in the editorial world. I mean...
And imagine, you know, all the people he's talked to and all the, you know...
I would love to get my hands on some of those interviews. That's just, what a dream job right there.
I'm telling you.
This is Skunk Works.